Have you ever seen bread rise? At first, it looks like nothing is happening. But hidden inside, something small is at work, transforming everything. This is the picture Jesus gave when he told one of his shortest, yet most powerful parables, the parable of the yeast. Jesus sitting under the shade of a tree, surrounded by villagers, farmers, mothers, children, elders, all listening intently. As the crowd gathered closer, Jesus lifted his voice and spoke in simple words everyone could understand.
The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough.
The people pictured it clearly. Bread making was part of their daily lives. They knew it only took a little yeast to change everything.
So the kingdom starts small but grows large?
Yes, even if we don't see it at first, it's working.
Jesus smiles gently, letting his words sink in, not explaining everything at once. His parables stirred hearts, inviting them to think deeply. What did Jesus mean? The yeast was more than bread. It was a picture of God's kingdom. The yeast is the gospel. Once planted in a heart, it grows unseen, transforming lives from the inside out. The yeast is faith. Even if it begins small, like a whisper of trust in God, it spreads, shaping actions, words, and hope. The yeast is God's kingdom. Though it may appear hidden now, one day it will fill the whole earth. God's work often begins quietly, but it never stays small. It spreads, it multiplies, it transforms. Never underestimate the power of small beginnings. A prayer whispered in faith, a single act of kindness, a word of encouragement. Like yeast in the dough, God uses what is small and hidden to bring about his greatest purposes. You may not always see it. You may feel unnoticed. But God is at work, inside you, around you, and through you. The parable of the yeast reminds us that God's kingdom is unstoppable. What begins small will grow. What seems hidden will be revealed. What feels ordinary is made extraordinary by his power. And that kingdom can begin in you today. All it takes is a little faith, a small step toward Jesus. Thank you so much for watching today's story. We hope it inspired you, encouraged your faith, and reminded you of God's love in the small and simple things. Your time means so much to us, and every view, like, comment, and share helps spread these stories of grace to more hearts around the world. If this message touched you, we invite you to stay connected, subscribe, and join us again as we bring more of Jesus' words and stories to life. From our hearts to yours, thank you for being part of this journey. Until next time, may God's peace and blessings be with you always.